Greeting and welcome to our series of weekly devotionals. This week we're looking at the celebration of Halloween and sort of connecting it a little bit to some theology and some lessons we might learn as people of faith from this, I would say, often overlooked holiday in terms of religious importance. And I remember I had a relative of mine who was, he was a bit of a Scrooge. He would get candy for trick-or-treaters, but he would sort of base his generosity on how good the costumes were. If the kid had a really good costume, he'd give him a good piece of candy or a couple pieces. But if he didn't really like the costume, he would give him just one piece or something that maybe wasn't as good. And God forbid a kid showed up who actually didn't even have a costume on, but came up with a bag and said trick or treat. My relative would do something which I thought was kind of mean. He would stick his hand inside the trick or treater's bag and flick the bag with his finger to make it sound like he was dropping a piece of candy, and he actually wouldn't give the kid a piece of candy at all. And I thought that was sort of a terrible thing to do. But most people that I have encountered in taking my kids and grandkids around and remembering myself going around trick-or-treating, most people in the community, in the neighborhood, were sort of the polar opposite of that. People were very generous. They would say, take whatever you want. Some houses would even have a big bucket, and it would just say a sign, and it would say, take as much as you want. And they would trust the kids would just take as much as they wanted, and they didn't care, if that bucket was emptied in 15 minutes. Some people in communities that I've gone around to have really competed and tried to outdo each other with the things they give away. Some houses give away hot chocolate, or they freshly popped popcorn, or some houses I've gone to have even been grilling hot dogs, and they give hot dogs to people who come by trick-or-treating. And so, for no good reason, I should mention, no good reason at all, then kids just say trick or treat and wear a costume. And so trick-or-treating, celebration of Halloween, I think, is a wonderful example of generosity and hospitality. When else during the year are we that generous with people we don't even know, that we are willing to give them anything that they want for no reason, that we're willing to say, here, take whatever you need, even though we don't even really know them? When else are we that hospitable and generous toward people we don't know? We're not. And so Halloween is a good reminder of some of the important lessons and attributes we are called to live with as people and communities of faith, that we are called to live with that generous spirit and to live with radical hospitality. Amen.